Hi guys, Kiara here and welcome back to my channel. So first of all, Happy New Year everyone. I hope you guys had a great holidays and a great changing of the year and everyone is safe, because I don't know how you do it in your country, but in the Netherlands it's a battlefield and they're still setting off fireworks. So hopefully you won't really hear those during the course of this video. But anyways, it's the time of the year again, so it's time for the updated photocard collection video. And I'm really excited about this. So the last one I did was in July, I think, last year, and there have been some changes to my collection since then. So I'm really excited to show you guys. So just a few things before we actually start off. I have quite a lot of cards and I can't remember where every single card is from. So if I don't mention it, please don't shoot me for it. I promise you I just forgot. But if you're really curious about a certain card, just let it know in the comments and I will do my best to find where it is from for you. I also don't know how much of this I'm gonna talk through because my throat hurts. I might be talking through the whole video, I might not, but if I'm not, I'll just put on music or something. But hope you're ready, and then we'll start with the miscellaneous binders first. Okay, so the first one we're going through is this A5 binder. It's my Hybe A5 binder, so let's go through it. So we start off with V from BTS. I bought his solo album. I am not an ARMY anymore, but V was my bias back when I was an ARMY, so I decided to buy his solo album. Then we have my 17 cards. So I try to buy an album for 17 every comeback. I started doing that with Face the Sun, so these are my pulls so far. And I will definitely keep that up. I also really want to go back and buy some of their older albums, but that's a low priority for me right now. So, and then we have TXT. So I used to collect Soobin, so I have quite a lot of his cards, but I stopped collecting him during, I think, no, it was not First Day's Child, it was Temptation. I stopped collecting him during Temptation era. I just didn't really feel the motivation to work on his collection, although I was almost finished with it. So I just kept my two Weaver spools, and then I do still buy an album for their comebacks. So these were my pulls for Freefall, a Yeonjun and a Soobin. Oh, I've completely forgot to say this in the beginning of the video, but I will just mention who I collect when I go through the binders. And of course I'll make sure there are timestamps down below. Then we move on to enhypen, also a group I used to collect. I used to collect sunwoo, and I stopped collecting him during Manifesto album of Era. So I got quite a few of his cards. And for enhypen as well, I like to buy an album every comeback. So instead of doing all the versions now, I'm just gonna do one version per album. So these were my pulls for Dark Blood. Of course I pulled a Sunwoo. I do still have to buy the Orange Blood album, but again, a low priority. And then I have the Lightstick cards because I did buy the Lightstick as well. So there we go. And that's it for everything in the Hybe miscellaneous binder. So this is my big miscellaneous binder. So this houses all the photo cards of groups I don't collect but do have albums from. So there we go. So first up is ateez. So I bought one version of both their debut album and their comeback. And I did just pre-order both versions of their second comeback, because I do want to buy the other versions of these albums as well. So this page will have something on soon. Then we have ATBO. I only bought their debut album. I did watch their survival show and I loved their debut album. I just didn't really vibe with the rest of their music, so I'm gonna keep it to this. But I have mostly Rakwon because I joined a group order for this and he was my #1 pick on the show. And then my second pick was Youngyu. Then we have Boy Next Door. for which I buy one version of the album. So I got both the debut album and their second. And then we got Blitzers, so I was obsessed with Macarena, so I obviously had to buy that album. And these were my pulls. I love how you got so many photo cards with an album. Then we have Cherry Bullet. So I used to collect both Bora and Remy, but I stopped collecting them last year. But I couldn't part with any of their cards, so I just kept them all. There we go. I wasn't complete for Cherry Dash for Remy, but I was complete for Bora. Then we have Gravity. So I only got 2 albums right now, but I do really want to expand my Gravity album collection, because I absolutely love them. And then we got my D-Crunch page. I absolutely loved these boys. And then we got Even. So I bought their first mini album, both versions, and I'm definitely planning on buying their next one as well, which they just dropped information for, so I'm gonna check out the versions for that. And then we have EXO. I love EXO. EXO used to be one of my ults, so I do have a few cards for them. Not as many as I would like, because I don't have every single EXO album, but I'm still working on that. And then these are all of Baekhyun's solo cards, because he is my bias in EXO, so I did buy his solo releases. I do want the solo releases of the other members and some units, but since they're not a collection, I'm just working slowly on that. And then we have Golden Child. There we go. And then on this page I also got Liz from Hybe, because I did buy one Hybe album and I didn't really feel like changing everything up. I do want to buy more Hybe albums, so for now she's just gonna live here until I got more of their albums. Then they'll get their own page. And then we have my combination of IOI and Kepler, both girl groups that I love so much. So for Kepler I used to collect Seunghan, as you can see. So for the first 2 albums I was complete. And then during WeFlash I just stopped collecting. There we go, but I did continue to buy their albums. Then we got the full set that you got in Magic Hour on this page, because I wanted to keep it together. And then we move on to NCT. So the first page is NCT full group. And then the SMCU that I got for Kun, because I used to collect him. I do low-key want to go back and collect him, but I'm not sure if that's a wise decision. And then we have 1 to 7, my very sad 1 to 7 page. So I got Fire Truck, Cherry Bomb, and Fact Check. I do want to get more NCT 1 to 7 albums, just haven't got around to do it yet. And then we got Dream, which is my second favorite unit. My first one is Wavy. So I got a few more cards here. And then Wavy. I did sell most of my Wavy cards, so this is all I have left. Then we got 9i, another group I absolutely love, thanks to Boyz Planet. So there we go. And then we have this combination page of Omega X and ONEUS. There we go. Then we got ZRCNG, another group I loved so much but got treated horribly by their company and sadly disbanded. And then another combination page of Treasure, Attention, and Victon. So this is the only Junkyu card I kept. I used to collect him like a few years ago, but I was so upset with how things were going and I just didn't feel like looking for his cards, so I sold most of them and just kept this one because it's so cute. And for Victon I used to collect Sejun, so I got a lot of his cards. And then we start 101 here. to end with X1 and Psychers. I do want to get more 101 albums. It's almost impossible to get those these days, but I really, really want them. Because when they were active, I started buying albums and I was finally allowed to by my parents. And both, or all three of these albums I got for my birthday back then. And then Psychers I really want to expand as well. So for Psychers I'm gonna collect one version of the album, or like buy one version of the album each comeback. But that's it for the miscellaneous binder. Now let's move into the actual collections. I think I'm gonna start off with my A5 one. Alright, so this is my boy group A5 binder. Let's start off. So first one in here is riize. So I collect 03 line, which is Seunghan and Sohee. So there we go. They only have one album out yet. They do have a comeback scheduled, but unfortunately without Seunghan because he's still on hiatus, which hopefully SM lets him come back really soon. But yeah, so far this is it. And then we have xdinary heroes, and I collect gaon. So this is all for Hello World. Then we got Overload and Deadlock. And then I'm working on Lifelock still. So for gaon, I only collect regular album photocards, basically for everyone except for my ults. I only collect regular album photocards. I used to collect the digipack and the units, but I stopped doing that. But I did want to keep these. So for Lifelock, it's just going to be the regular photocards. So I'm still missing 2 of them. And then some other cards. So these were the... Why are you like that? These were the tin case cards for Happy Death Day. And this was his ID and his self-written profile on the postcard. Then I do have one pop from him that I got from someone. I think it's an MMT pop. Yeah, it's an MMT pop. I just don't know which round. But it was from Hello World era. Then I got all of these units that you got with the albums for Overload. And for Lifelock. And that's it. And then I got a bunch of empty pages in the back here. So there we go. Alright, let's move on to the big A4 binders. So this one is my ateez MP1 Harmony one. And this one I think is the only one without a binder cover at the moment. Yeah, it is. So I have to get to making one. Which means I have to buy more ateez albums, which I'm totally fine with. Anyways, we start off with Sun, who is the member I collect in ateez. So this is from the first 3 eras, and I decided to put the group cards here as well to make the page look a bit fuller. Actually, I really like it. Then this is the end of Treasure series. I move into Fever. So this is Fever 1, 2, 3, and Epilogue. And these 2 cards, oh my god, these cards hated me. I've been trying to find these for so long. Oh my god. But I finally got them last year, so that's all complete. And then we have Movement. And then the... yeah, this is the digipack. So back then I did digipacks still for Sun as well. We got Halazia. And then Outlaw. And this I think was the Europe exclusive, because this era they started doing that as well. Then we got these ones, and I think one of these, yeah, this one, I think this one was the US exclusive, or it was the other way around, I can't remember. Anyways, we move on to Will, and for Will I didn't pull a single Sun album photocard. I did pull this US or Hello 82 exclusive, and then this is the Europe exclusive that my friend pulled and I traded with her. So there we go. So yeah, but I do have a few of these on the way. I think I have the C selfie and the A selfie on the way. So there we go. And then some extra cards. So I got some pops that I pulled during these eras. This was from the tour. This was when you bought merch for more than 50 euros. And you got one of the exclusive cards or this benefit card. And I initially pulled Yosun, but I managed to trade for Sun. And this is from the slingshot pack. And then this was from the photocard set that I bought for Sun. Then I have all these code cards because I don't know what to do with these. And these were also from that same set. So you got a mini poster, postcard, stickers. Where is it? 2 Polaroids and a regular photo card. So yeah. That's everything for Sun. Then we move into P1 Harmony. And for P1 Harmony I collect Theo. So we got the debut album. And their second comeback. With his pink hair, which is I think one of my favorite hair colors on him. Then we move into Find Out. This is the only card I'm still missing. I got Zero In. And then from Set In forward, I decided to just collect one of the cards, or like one of the selfie cards and the border card, because that's what you get in an album. And Theo is one of the more expensive members, and my wallet was crying, so I had to make a decision. So this is what I came to. But whenever I feel like I want the second selfie, I can always buy it. And we got All In, which is their most recent album. And then some other Theo cards and a Theo and a Soul down here. So this is from the Do It Like This English release. These are some pops, I think. I think this is K-Time For You and this is Apple Music, but I'm not sure. And these are platform cards. And then the light stick cards, because I obviously had to buy the light stick, even though I will probably never see them. I mean, I have the chance to go see them in Oberhausen, but I'm not sure if my wallet's allowing me to go. And I should definitely start listening to that more. It's one of my resolutions for this year. Start listening to my wallet. So next up we move on to Stray Kids, which I finally made a binder cover for. So I do collect OT8 for Stray Kids, but my biases are Mino and Jongin, so there's more Mino and Jongin on here. And then just this OT8 picture in the middle. And I actually kind of like it. So, there we go. I used to collect just Mino, but from Maxen onwards I started collecting OT8. But I'm trying to slowly back collect as well. And to save up some space, I just combined all of Mino's cards instead of the patterns it used to be in. So this is what we got now. And I'll just, whenever I get more members, I will make a separate page for these cards. So we start off with Mixtape, I Am Not, and then I Am Who, then I Am You, and Miro. Then we got Yellowwood, and the first Lavender card. And we move on with Lavender and Go Live. And In Life. And this is where I started making OT8 pages. Because I did buy a lot of these cards, so there we go. I think I do have No Easy. No, I don't have No Easy completed, but almost completed. So these pages look really sad right now. Will they look better soon? Then the pre-order set. Then Christmas Evil, which I almost got complete as well. I think I'm missing about 3 cards. Maybe 4, I'm not sure. And then we got Ordinary, which is complete. I am still waiting on these ones, but they'll be here soon. And I just decided to keep on collecting Minos units and not everyone else, because it's a lot and I'm not the biggest fan of units. So there is that. And then we have Max in that era, which I absolutely love. I still don't believe that some people don't like this. I absolutely love it. I mean, the concept was amazing. I loved case 1 for free. So I was really happy to start collecting OT8 here. I did still do the member-specific versions for this era. And I can't find myself to part with these. So they're still here. S-Class, which is also complete. Now we move into a Rockstar, which I'm missing quite a few cards from. But most of these are on the way, so that's great. I think the only one I haven't on the way yet is this Jongin. Then the Polaroids and the units. And because there were only 4 and you got them with pretty much every Rock and Roll or limited version album, I decided to put the units back to back like this to make a pattern and to make the page look more fuller. Now we got my pre-order set for S-Class from K-Town for You. And this one for Rockstar, I can't remember where it was from anymore. And then we got some miscellaneous photo cards. So Straykids used to do quite a few limited photo cards as well. I don't have every single one of them for Mino either, but I decided not to collect those OT8 because that's going to be very difficult. So I got a few of Minos here, as well as this jewel case stuff. And I do have a few other jewel cases as well, because I pulled this Jisung and I couldn't trade it away or sell it because it's absolutely beautiful. And this one I got from a friend of mine. And now we got some miscellaneous stuff. So these are merch things. This one I got with the light stick, and this one I got from a friend because she bought the hoodie, I think. And then a few miscellaneous pops that I got over time. So yeah, there it is. That's everything for Stray Kids. Now we have 2 more groups to go through. So let's do those. Alright, there we go. So the second to last group is zerobaseone. And for zerobaseone, I collect OT9 for album photo cards. And then everything else for Tere, because he is my #1 bias. So there we go. So this is for the first album. The second set. So for the first album, I do have Kyuvin and Ganok complete as well. These cards are just on the way to me. And then I do still have to find the others, because when they debuted, I was just gonna collect Ganok and Tere. But I quickly changed my mind. There we go, digipacks. And now we move into Melting Point. So I got very few Melting Point cards right now, because I joined a shit ton of goes for inclusions as well. So I do have quite a few of these on the way, but not everything. I'm still waiting on the second GOM to show me my pulls. Another one, seriously? I was making these fillers last night, and I think some of the sticky notes got stuck on the pages. There we go. So this looks really sad right now. That's gonna look a lot better really soon. I think I have today complete for Melting Point, just from this one GOM alone, so that's crazy. And then the digipacks. So for the first set, I only am missing this Ricky card, because Ricky hates me and he tries to avoid me as much as possible. And this one I should have complete because these two are on the way from that gum as well. So that's all for album photo cards. Then we move into the pop section. So there we go. I do still have quite a few of these on the way. Especially all of the melting point pops. So these are all empty. It's so many pages. I mean, this, let's see. Yeah, this is all melting point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6 pages. It's insane. And then I have this Makestar set because I bought my digipacks from Makestar. And I got this set, which is adorable. I think this is one of my favorite pop sets that they've done. So I absolutely had to get this one. And then we move on to other photo cards, so non-album stuff. This is for the broadcasts, which I'm not sure I'm gonna collect because they're really freaking expensive, but I know myself I will eventually buy them. Then we got his other cards, so I mixed his like random cards with his merch cards. So I got the CGV and the gaon card and some fancon stuff. And then from the Icon magazine. And then we have the lightstick cards. So I bought their lightstick, which I'm actually gonna get to use this year. Oh my god. Because I'm gonna see them at Music Bank in Antwerp. I'm so excited. So yeah, really happy that I can use it. And then these are from the Icon group magazine. The Polaroids. This is from the pop-up. Oh, I also put the units back here for this set. I am thinking of making a unit page for in the back of this binder and then put them there, but for now they live here. And then this one is from the pop-up, the trading cards. Just one set, I believe. Then we got the fan kit. And this is where the season's greetings will go. So yeah, that's all I have for zerobaseone right now. I'm really excited to expand this collection with the Japanese comeback or debut coming up, because I did announce that will be done this year and they will have another comeback in the first half of this year as well. So that's crazy. Alright, so the last group is the boys, and I got the most binders for this group. And I collect Sunwoo for the boys. He's my old of olds. I absolutely love him. I've been collecting him the longest as well. I think I started with him and I will never drop him. This, by the way, is from the B Road. So I just put that in here. So this binder houses all of his platform cards. So there we go. So we start off with the first, of course, and I put the official cards on top and the QR cards down here. And then I decided to double sleeve them to save up on space. So I'm still working on most of these QR cards. So there we go. And then during this era, during being awake, they started doing selfies for the platforms as well. Or rather, they started doing platforms during Be Aware era, which was this one. And then during Be Awake, they decided to do selfies with it. So that's why these are here. And then later they decided to reprint their older albums in platform version. So that's why those don't have selfies with them. Now we have part 1, which I'm missing a lot for in terms of cards. And then why are there not any white sleeves in here? Oh my god. Anyways, this is part 2. And these are all of my pulls. So this is where the selfies will go, and this is where the ever version will go, because I did a ever version for this as well. So yeah. Or the selfies are gonna go this way and the other version this way. I think that's what I was planning to do. But I have to put in some white sleeves. So that's it for his platform cards. Alright, it's time to do the album photo cards. So here we go. So this binder houses all of his album photo cards. I am not the biggest fan of this cover. I really want to change it, but yeah. Anyways, so this is from one of the Mediheal photo cards release things I did. And I put this photo card holder with a freebie that I made. And we got this postcard from the Fruit Fan kit. But let's start off. Alright, so this is the first. Then the start. And these two are the limited photo cards, which I'm really happy that I was able to get. Oh my god, my voice is acting up right now, but please bear with me. Then we got the Swear and the Only. And Bloom Bloom and Dreamlike. And I decided to put the DIY version in the middle, even though it's supposed to go here, because I love that one the most. Then we got Reveal. And this is where they started doing a shit ton of photo cards per album. So this is Chase. And the Tickets and Lenties. Then we got Thrilling. With the sparkling cards. And these are the unit cards and ID for Maverick. And the Maverick album cards. We got Be Aware. With the special kit cards and the emotion cards. And then we got Be Awake. And the jewel case cards. And I decided to do my top 4 for this. So I'm still waiting on this Eric. I think I want to make it a top 5 and put Hakmyeon on this page as well. Then we have Fantasy Part 1. I'm missing 4 cards for this. And then this is my setup for Part 2, which I have no album cards for sunwoo. So I decided to do the worn version like this with the ID, and then the Days version like this with the Lenti. And I have the DVD version in here, and then the fake version cards this way. I hope it will look pretty when all the cards are in, but who knows. And then the pop section. So I'm not sure I'll ever get this Dreamlike My Music Taste card. I really want it, but it's so expensive. I think I'm pretty much done for the older eras. Other than that Dreamlike card, of course. Yeah, I only miss this one card here. Which I thought I bought, but I accidentally bought a second one of this, so yeah. Still have to go and look for that one. Then Be Awake, this is the US exclusive, and I marked it off as on the way because I had a trade for it with someone, but unfortunately they backed out. So I don't have that one, but I do have a Younghoon, a Jacob, and I think a Kevin US exclusive up for trade. So if you have sunwoo and you would like to trade for any of these 3 members, please message me on my Trades and Sales Instagram. I am European based, however, so keep that in mind. And then for Be Awake, I'm missing still a few cards. But that's okay, because I promised myself not to rush through collections anymore, so I'm taking my time. And then for Fantasy Part 1, I'm still missing a lot of stuff, which is also on the way. It's at the gaon who I also joined Part 2 for, so they're gonna ship everything together. And I haven't set up for part 2 in terms of pops yet, because I want to wait until they were done releasing those. I think they released a few more just a few days ago, so please ISD stop. And then these are the Japanese cards. So I do want these stickers for Breaking Dawn as well. They're very low priority, but I would love to have these. And She's the Boss is complete, as well as Tattoo, of course, because that was just one card. I do also have this Chunny tattoo card, because I don't want to part with it. And then this is my setup for Delicious. They come ship the albums to me right before Christmas, so those will be arriving soon. Can't wait to see my pulls. And this section houses all of the cards of members that I couldn't part with, like, ever. So, got these 2 limited cards of Eric and Johnny, and on the back I have Kevin as well. And then this limited Johnny, some reveal cards. And then these are from the most recent albums, because, I mean, look at them, I couldn't part with them, especially this Hangyeon. Like, how can I trade this away? No. He's gonna be with me forever. I need this card. So yeah. And then I got a few. This is from the AAA photo book, which is my pool. So I pulled Jacob back when I bought it in 2019. And then these are some Tomorrow cards for Younghoon and Kevin that I kept. So these are all the platform pulls that I kept. So basically with all the platforms of the older albums, you got a album photo card as well. And I decided to keep these, so I have a photo card of all the members in my binder. Because I just love them all so much. So there we go. And that marks the end of this binder. So now we have 2 more binders to go through. Alright, so this is the second binder that we'll go through. And if you watched a video on my channel before, then you might know that this used to be the platform set binder for the other members, but now it's the merge binder for sunwoo. Because I managed to combine 2 binders into one, and I will show you how later. But now let's go for this one. So, like I said, sunwoo is my old of olds, so I basically collect everything with his face on it. Or at least I like to try. So this first page is the broadcast and showcase page, as well as this one. I don't have any broadcast cards for part 2 yet. I haven't gotten around to buying them, but I will definitely do that soon. So this is for part 1. This is the regular one, and this is the passion fruit broadcast card. Sunny will probably have 2 again for this era, because we're getting a honey MV, and the 2 of them, they're gonna promote it. Oh my god. I can't wait. So there will probably be a second broadcast card for Sunwoo and Eric. So there we go. And then this is the special photo cards, or the photo cards that don't really belong in a set. A merge set. So on this first page I'm only missing the Olate card, which is crazy. Then we got this one. I recently bought this one as well, so for this page I'm only missing 2 more cards. Or was it this one? Anyways, it was a KCON 5 card, so. And all of the Icon photo cards, his Tomorrow card. And then we all have the Tooth Gem and Mediheel stuff that he did. As well as the Healing Bird cards. And then we move on to fan kits. So I got the first, the second ID, and then the third. And then this is the one, and this is the first one of the fourth fan kit. That goes with these ones, and then this is all from the fifth, which I do actually own. And I tried to buy the sixth photocard, or like the sixth fan kit, but Melon didn't allow me for some reason. I tried for 3 days with 4 separate cards on 2 different accounts, and every single time Melon told me no. So unfortunately, no sixth fan kit for me, unless IST reopens the sales for it, but I doubt that. Then we got some season greetings stuff. So this is the first season greetings with some pop and a thankful card. The second season greetings, including pop. And then the third one, and I'm missing this with you card for it and this K-Town for you card. And then the next one will go here, of course, which I did manage to buy. And then we have the photo cards for last year's tour. So we got the Bangkok one, the Europe one ones, and the USA ones. And I decided to put them all on one page. So there we go. Then we move into the merch section. And the first few pages of this section are gonna be very sad, because I don't really have that many photo cards for the first few releases. Because back then I didn't collect merch stuff, and now these things are really expensive, so yeah. But I'm working on it, so it's gonna be fine. And then we got this page, which is almost finished. So from this point on, it's gonna look a little bit better. Film festival. This card is so expensive, this Christmassy card. It's insane. As well as these White Day cards. I just can't find them for a good price in a set. Then the B-Zone, which this is the only card I still miss from. Or the B-Road. No, it was the B-Zone, the Van Con. It was the same name as the Encore. Never mind. Because this is the B-Road. And then the ateez. And I recently bought this Peak keyring card as well, so I only missed the package card, which is hella expensive. And then the Generation photo cards, which they did 2 rounds of, which is insane. And there will probably more coming soon. Then these are the Japan and Bangkok photo cards for the Generation tour, if I'm right. Oh no, this is from the B-Zone still, but I didn't put it with the other cards because there's a lot of merch for this one as well. I'm not sure if I want to collect it. And this one is from Generation, it's the Bangkok card. I don't really know where I'm gonna put that, so just put it here. And then we have the sad looking Lopoffosel pages, which I started working on in December last year. And I have as goal to like at least complete half of it this year. Like fully, preferably. So yeah. That's it for the merch binder. Let's go for the very last one. So before I used to have 2 more The Boyz binders. One for platform sets and one for sets that came from merch, seasons greetings, fan kits, whatever. And those binders were huge and they were taking a lot of space because I couldn't possibly put a set of 10 members on a 9-pocket page. So I had to find a solution for it. And I think I found it. So I bought this Meow Cafe Shop OT10 binder, and this one solved that problem because this now houses all of my platform sets as well as the other sets from the other binder, which is insane. Like, I still got a little bit of room left, which is crazy. So yeah, let's flip through this one. Start off with the platform sets. And I do have the seunghan on the way. When I bought my platforms, I pulled a double haknyeon in this when you are supposed to get one of each member, because this is the set. So now I have 2 haknyons, which is fine. But I had to get this seunghan, which I did, so that's on the way. And then the second set. Then we got the star. Also, I'm really sorry that not all of these are sleeved. I ran out of popcorn sleeves, but since these pages are PVC free, I figured it would be alright until my popcorn sleeves arrive, which should be soon, so it's fine. But I just love the way this looks with them all together like this. I absolutely love it. And it works out because I keep sunwoo stored separately. That was the square. Now we move into the only. Bloom bloom. Dreamlike. Reveal. And then chase. Still kind of sad that these are horizontal. And frilling. Maverick. And then we move into Be Awake, because Be Aware didn't have a set like this, you just have selfies. And then we have Fantasy 1. And Fantasy 2. Then we got the 5th fan kit, so this is the first set. Second set. Third. The 4th. And the 5th one. Then we got the first season's greetings, the calendar set, and the ID set. Then the second one, calendar set, and then the regular one. Still green back and the brown back. And then we got the one from last year. So this is the calendar set. This Jacob, oh my god. And this Haknyeon. And then we got the tour cards. So this is from the Europe leg of the tour. And unfortunately Eric wasn't there, so I got one open spot. So I have to find white sleeves that fit, because my regular ultra pro sized sleeves don't fit in here. It's the second Europe set. There we go, the US set. Second US set. And the Bangkok set. I am thinking of putting the sunwoos with this. I'm not sure if I want to do that, because that would fit these pages nicely. So I'm still thinking of that. And then this is from the light stick, the pouch, the set. This is the first tin case set for Come On The Boyz. And the second one, and again Eric wasn't here. Then I got this set from B-Road, from the OST. This is from the Generation merch, as well as this one. And I got a bunch of empty pages back here for future sets. So that's basically everything. I'm gonna go and end it on this page because this one is one of my favorites. So before I'm gonna end this video, I want to say a few things because I am not sure when I'm gonna upload again, because I'm in the midst of this huge deadline that's gonna decide whether I will be able to graduate college this year. So I have my priorities on that one. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to upload frequently. So I'm very sorry about that in advance. But yeah, for now that's it. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content coming your way. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye!